We all think we know gravity, right? It's that constant, predictable force that keeps us from floating off into space. Simple. But what if I told you that's not the whole story? That across our planet, there are spots where gravity just seems to get, well, a little weird. Places where the fundamental laws of physics seem to have packed a bag and gone on vacation. Yeah, I know, it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Is there a place on Earth where gravity is just broken? Well, that is the huge question we're diving into today. We're going to take a virtual tour of some of the strangest places on this planet to find out. All right, so first up, let's look at the anomalies that are frankly closer to a magic show than a physics lecture. These are the places where the real mystery isn't gravity itself, but the fascinating and sometimes totally unreliable workings of our own brains. Okay, so picture this. You're at a place like Magnetic Hill in India, maybe the mystery spot in California. You put your car in neutral, take your foot off the brake, and it starts rolling, seemingly uphill. Seriously, water poured on the ground appears to flow in the wrong direction. It's the kind of thing that just makes you question everything you know. So what is going on? Is physics broken? Well, no. The secret isn't broken physics, it's clever geometry. In these gravity hills, the surrounding landscape, the way the trees tilt, the slope of the hills, it all combines to create a false horizon. Your brain has no true reference for what's level, so it gets completely fooled. That road that looks like it's going up, it's actually a gentle downhill slope. What we're talking about here is a classic cognitive illusion. It's a fantastic example of how our brains are always taking shortcuts to make sense of the world. And when you take away one of its most reliable tools, a clear, level horizon, it can get things spectacularly wrong. Gravity is working perfectly fine. It's our own internal GPS that's on the fritz. Okay, so we've pulled back the curtain on the magic trick. Mystery solved, right? But hold on. Does that mean every weird gravity spot is just an illusion? Oh, not even close. To find the real mysteries, we have to look much, much deeper. Literally, beneath the surface of the Earth itself. Now we're getting into the really cool stuff, the real measurable physical anomalies. These aren't tricks of perception. These are genuine variations in Earth's gravitational field, all caused by the planet's hidden geology, its invisible architecture. Let's head up to Hudson Bay in Canada. For years, satellites have measured that gravity here is significantly weaker than the global average. The story starts during the last ice age. A colossal sheet of ice, miles thick, pushed down on the Earth's crust, kind of like pressing your thumb into a memory foam mattress. When that ice melted 10,000 years ago, the pressure was gone. And just like that mattress, the Earth began to slowly spring back. And here's the wild part. That rebound process is still happening today, incredibly slowly. Because the land hasn't fully returned to its original position, there is literally less mass, less stuff beneath this region. And as we know, gravity is all about mass. Less mass means less gravitational pull. It's incredible to think our planet is still recovering from an event thousands of years ago. But as weird as Hudson Bay is, it's got nothing on our next stop. This number, -100 meters, represents one of the most profound gravity anomalies on the entire planet, the Indian Ocean Geoid Low. It's a massive area where the sea level is 100 meters lower than the global average, a literal hole in the ocean's surface, held there by gravity. So what could possibly cause a massive depression like that? Scientists now believe the answer lies with the ghosts of ancient tectonic plates. Millions of years ago, huge slabs of an old ocean floor sank deep into the mantle. These cooler, less dense slabs created a huge region of lower mass deep inside the Earth. And just like in Hudson Bay, less mass means weaker gravity, causing the ocean surface to literally just sink in response. Of course, for every low there must be high. While places like the Indian Ocean have weaker gravity, other spots, like Hawaii, actually have stronger gravity. And this makes sense, right? Hawaii sits on what's called a mantle plume, a huge upwelling of hot, dense rock from deep within the Earth. All that extra concentration of mass from the volcanic rock gives the local gravitational field a little extra boost. This brings us to a fantastic paradox. You'd think standing on top of Mount Everest, surrounded by an unimaginable amount of rock, would put you in a place with super strong gravity. I mean, more rock, more mass, more gravity. Makes sense. But the reality is the exact opposite. So what gives? Well, two things are going on. First, when you're that high up, you're farther from the Earth's center, so gravity's naturally a bit weaker. But here's the really important part. The Himalayas sit on unusually thick, but relatively light, continental crust. Think of it like a giant block of wood floating in water. It pushes the heavier water, or in this case, the denser mantle, out of the way. So even with that huge mountain, the overall mass beneath you is less than in many places at sea level.
So now that we've seen illusions and we've seen real geology, what happens when you get both in the same place? Well, that's when you get a perfect storm for a truly convincing gravity-defying experience.
At Mount Aragats in Armenia, we find another one of these roads where things appear to roll uphill. The main reason, once again, is a powerful cognitive illusion. But what's so fascinating here is that sensitive instruments have actually detected real, slight variations in gravity caused by the complex geology underground. It's the perfect storm, a mind-bending illusion that gets a tiny, almost imperceptible boost from actual physics, making the effect even more convincing. So after visiting all these strange spots, what have we learned? It turns out these anomalies, whether they're in our heads or deep in the mantle, aren't breaking the laws of physics at all. Instead, they're revealing them to us in incredible detail. The key takeaway here is this. Gravity is not some simple, constant force. It's a dynamic, lumpy, bumpy field, subtly shaped by everything from the rock beneath your feet to ice sheets that vanished thousands of years ago. By studying these weird spots, scientists can actually peer into our planet's inner workings. They can track the slow rebound of continents and even measure the melting of glaciers today, giving us a powerful tool to understand our world. It really leaves you with a final thought. These strange spots show us that the ground beneath us is alive with the echoes of ancient collisions, still rebounding from long-gone ice and constantly shifting. They remind us that our planet is this complex, active, and evolving world. And it just makes you wonder, what other incredible secrets is Earth hiding, waiting to be revealed by the subtle pull of gravity?